So what I'm going to talk about today is use of integrated service learning in my classes. This approach allows the students the type of service learning I do, the class is connected with one or multiple service partners, so community partners. I'm teaching about the environment in all my classes. So all the partners are agencies or nonprofits or sometimes the campus that are engaged in projects related to the environment. And it gives students a chance to go out and work, volunteer, and reflect upon the work that they're doing at the site. And then we integrate it to the class curriculum too. And I have a couple different models I'm using. So one of the things I do with my entry, I have a lot of entry level, like 100 level non-majors freshman classes. And I have service learning where students can pick the project that they want to do. There's usually this semester I have 10 different community partners. So students are able to go see which project interests them, matches their schedule and their needs. And they'll spend about 13 to 15 hours out of the class at that site. And then I also have my upper division students I just connect with one community partner and we work as co-educators the entire semester. So we'll address one particular community need in the class. For example, I have a partnership with the Land Trust of the Treasure Valley, and my students we're looking at different ways that agencies work together and collaborate to address issues related to the environment. And so in that class, we've been doing a lot of habitat restoration and community education about impacts of dogs to habitats and looking at different strategies that help to mitigate the multiple uses of like this reserve we're working out, where there's hiking, then there's also these rare plants, and like how do you do both? So it's a really fun class where we get to like look at challenges in the community and like work with the community partner to address them. So those are the two major types of service learning I do. I came from outdoor and environmental education. And so that's the way I was trained as a teacher, to engage students experientially. And so when I came into more formal classroom education, I just couldn't give it up. I know that students are learning so much when they're out working alongside professionals. They're learning a lot of career skills. They're meeting other people. They're learning about their community. They're have an actual, like a lot of what I teach in science is super abstract. So when you can show a student exactly what it looks like, then they really understand things. So it definitely helps students connect to the content in the class. And that also really builds our classroom community. Like students know each other, they're not just sitting at a desk, they're out. Even active learning in the classroom, like it takes it to another level where they get to really know each other. And I think that really positively contributes to the class too. Especially with science, and also because one of my, a lot of my classes are science based, but then the other classes are also looking at like stakeholders and collaborations. And that's just not something that theory is really going to help you. I mean, when you go out there and see how it works, that's what helps the students learn. I think reading about it, you're just missing something. So like that would be the main, approach. I think that just theory to practice and then reflecting about it and having students think about how they might have a role in it. It's easier to imagine what your role could be in changing this particular challenge or working towards this, helping this challenge if you have context. A lot of reasons faculty don't want to do it are like workload, right? It feels a little intense. And another one would just be like failures that could happen, disaster. And I think that for that one, I would say that's going to happen. That's just part of the process, but it's really a rich learning environment for students to have those experiences and talk about them, reflect them, because that's going to happen in the work when they leave college. So it can be a super valuable learning experience, like for everybody. And it helps me, like, as more that you end up spending with the community partners working with them alongside of them is going to help you inform your teaching and make you, I think, a better teacher overall. And I think for the part where you feel faculty might feel completely overwhelmed by taking this on, it's completely understandable. But I think that working with a service learning office is great because there's things that they can do to support that, like just helping you. They have so many materials, like a transparent assignment that helps, lay it out, helping you navigate community partners. There's a tremendous amount of support on campus if you want to do something. And the third thing I'd say is like, just, you don't have to be, this doesn't have to be huge. I have this 100 level UF 100 talk and trash class, and it's 100 people in lecture hall. And like, I want to do something, but we had every student do maybe one waste audit, throughout the semester. So it doesn't have to be some massive big thing. It can just be something smaller, and you can build in like reflection, you can bring in guest speakers, and you can build something. It doesn't have to start small, I guess is what I'm saying. And then it might grow, but yeah, that'd be another thing that I think is really great.